done tremendous work. The Construction Association of Western Pennsylvania, the men and women wearing hard hats and doing unbelievably skillful work, they all have really shined over the last number of days with respect to the replacement of this bridge. I'm especially going to give a shout out to our PennDOT traffic unit, a sort of an unsung hero in this effort. The traffic unit is responsible for making sure that the traffic flows along the detour route, and Stephanie and her team did a skillful job in coordination with the Pittsburgh Police Department, local municipal police departments, to try and manage the flow of 100,000 vehicles that were severed from the use of the Parkway. Now, I am not a civil engineer, but you do not have to be one to appreciate what has already been accomplished here and how this impacts in a positive way this region. With thousands of people watching the live stream cameras, we have all witnessed firsthand what I consider a stunning engineering achievement. This really is an immaculate construction. It really is. The team has been going above and beyond here, saving southwestern Pennsylvanians over 4 years of traffic restrictions and headaches, and reducing that to less than 25 days. Knowing the Commercial Street Bridge is a main artery into the city, every single day that this closure has occurred counts, and it's not lost on me that our work to reopen the Parkway is critically important. So important, in fact, that the crews have been working 24 hours a day, each day that we've had the Parkway closed. 24 hours every day. Closing the bridge that carries 100,000 vehicles is a tremendous inconvenience. I understand that, but the travelers in this region have been taking it in stride and working together to make this closure and the detours a success. With that said, I want to thank the residents and the businesses surrounding this project for their tremendous patience and understanding. And with that patience and understanding comes some very good news. Our innovative process to expedite the work has gone really well, and we are running ahead of schedule. We're excited that we are now anticipating reopening the Parkway the middle of next week. In fact, striving to do even better than that if we can make it early next week, but a commitment to at least middle of next week. And so as a result, we will have completed this project and opened the Parkway in less than 3 weeks. Again, a stunning achievement. Can you imagine this process that would have taken place if not for the skillful engineering, planning, execution? The word meticulous really does apply here when it comes to the planning and the execution. There were a couple key steps that had to be accomplished that were somewhat concerning to me, and that was the implosion of the old bridge and the slide of the new bridge. Both were expertly completed. We did this in a way to make sure that the new bridge that was about 20 feet from the old bridge was not at all affected by the implosion. And then once the cleanup of the imploded bridge occurred and the rubble removed, a 22 million pound bridge behind me was slid 102 feet to the place where it is now. It was done unbelievably skillfully, not a single work injury during the entire process. That is a testament to the skillful folks from FAE and the PennDOT team and all of the consultants that were part of this work. Now that the two biggest hurdles are behind us, the implosion and the slide, crews will do the usual work necessary for highway projects that you can see behind me, essentially tying in the existing Parkway with the new bridge. As I said, we're looking at about 1 more week, but we've made tremendous progress, and I'm really, really proud of this work. I want to thank the greater Pittsburgh region for your cooperation, and I look forward to this bridge being opened as soon as possible. We will continue working around the clock to make that happen. Special thanks to the Pittsburgh Police Department, nearby municipal police departments, the PRT, emergency services from all jurisdictions, and to the media for your work in getting the message out to the residents of this region so they knew what to expect with respect to this project. Again, as the Secretary of Transportation, I have the opportunity to travel around the state and to neighboring states to see these kinds of projects. None, and I mean none, are as stunning to me as this one. The sliding of a 22 million pound bridge that's at its highest point about 85 feet off the ground and a length of 850 feet, and to slide that 102 feet is stunning. And I am forever thankful for the men and women who worked really hard to make this happen. And for PennDOT here in this region, the leader is Jason Zhang, and I'm going to invite Jason to the podium to talk about some of the engineering accomplishments in more detail. Jason.
Thanks, Mike. Excellent. Thank you. Okay, so I was going to go over a little bit of just the final work that we had to do, but before I get into that, I just want to say a couple things. Words of thanks again. At this point in this project, I'm sure everybody in Pittsburgh is tired of looking at me on the news. I know my family and friends are, but I did want to just say that I'm very lucky to be in the district executive position, and I represent an amazing group of people that delivered this project, and they deliver a lot of projects like this, but this project is just a highlight of just the talent and the dedication that we have at PennDOT District 11, and not only PennDOT District 11, but also our entire industry here in Western Pennsylvania. We have an incredible construction, heavy highway industry with consultants and designers and people that are going to college and then making their careers, deciding to make their careers right here in Pittsburgh. And this project right here is just a great example of the talent that we have here. So, again, I am just the face. I have nothing but my team to thank for this. They did an amazing job, so thanks everybody. I also want to thank, we thanked HDR for they're the designers of the bridge. Tremendous job. We've talked about Faye, fantastic job. I haven't talked about Michael Baker International. Part of this project was one of the most significant public outreach efforts that I've ever seen in my career. So Michael Baker was a big part of that, our press office, everybody, just so much to just make sure everybody understood and allowing the public to see what was coming and how to plan for that. And if they didn't do that, this wouldn't have went off as well as it did. We would have never survived a Parkway closure like we did. And I think we did a great job as a city and as a community. We made it through this huge project. Lastly, just some of the things that need to get done. As you can see, there's a flurry of activity behind me. The concentration now is on top of the bridge, getting the road back open. So they continue to work on the approaches to the bridge, the concrete roadway, what we call approach slabs. You see reinforcing back there. If you're watching the live stream, I have it on one of our TVs at home. It's like a wallpaper now. You can see everything that's going on. They're getting ready to place that overlay on the bridge deck, that what we call a polyester polymer concrete that's going to protect our nice new bridge deck for hopefully the next 30 years until we have to come back. So that's going to happen this week, maybe tomorrow night, and probably tomorrow and Friday night. They'll get that done, the approaches. So we are rapidly continuing, and it's very exciting, and hopefully we get this bridge open. As Mike said, we're pretty committed to middle of next week, and hopefully we can even do better than that. So with that, Mike, you have anything else?
Yeah, one last thing I would like to highlight and thank the PennDOT maintenance team. During the Parkway closure, it gave us an opportunity to do some work in the Squirrel Hill Tunnel and some work on the Parkway without live traffic or with reduced traffic. So we at PennDOT have taken the opportunity during the closure to do even more work beyond just here at Commercial Street. And the tunnel was a big piece of that puzzle. So hats off to the PennDOT maintenance crews. They were put to the test during the draft just a few months ago and put to the test again here with respect to the Parkway project. And to be fair, the PennDOT maintenance team, 24/7, around the clock in Allegheny County, making sure that they meet the needs of the traveling public here in the greater Pittsburgh area. So if the media has any questions, Jason and I will do our best to answer them. That's all. It's underway already. Some of it completed. All of it will be done before we open the roadway. So the additional work will not affect our ability to reopen the Parkway.
Is the Parkway open all at once, or will there be continued restrictions?
So for the Commercial Street Bridge project, the Commercial Street will be open all at once.
Right. But
go ahead.
Yeah, the adjacent project, there will be additional restrictions still in place, a shoulder closure. Again, that's a $100 million project that just got started this year. That goes on for another 2 years. But the road will be fully open, 2 lanes in each direction.
Jason, on Monday you said that Commercial Street itself was
Commercial
Yeah,
Street.
Commercial Street underneath is not going to open early at this point. We're going to continue to focus on that, yet at this point it's not opening early, right? The focus right now is the Parkway.
Are there any more details you can provide about what led you all to be able to open this early?
So, the goal for us is to meet the needs of the traveling public and to work as and set a schedule that that's a fair expectation for the public. We don't want to set a schedule that overstates our ability to deliver. And sometimes the schedule is dependent on, say, Mother Nature. If we had horrific weather during the time that we had the Parkway closed, it probably would affect our ability to deliver the project in the time frame that we have established. So a lot of different variables there, and weather is one. Things happen when you're doing a construction project, and sometimes, equipment fails and for some reason or another. That did not happen in this case, of course, and so Mother Nature cooperated. The equipment all worked well, and so we were able to meet the schedule and exceed it. Probably over the weekend, I would say, only because, again, there's weather Friday that is somewhat concerning for us. So, again, I'm not going to declare a date today simply because variables beyond our control have a say in how this unfolds. You're not going to be able to pour the concrete if it's pouring rain. So there are variables like that. Not trying to be coy, just want to be fair.
Secretary Cheryl, there are bonuses built into this for the contractor to get it done.
Mm-hmm.
First off, how much are we talking about? Do they get per day or whatever it might be? And is that in the original budget, or is that in addition to the, what was it, $95 million?
No, it's included in the bid, and so the bonus is about $2 million if the project is opened before 12:01 a.m. on Tuesday, and then it ratchets down from there in terms of the bonus. So the contractor's goal, I'm sure, is to collect the maximum bonus incentive that's built into the contract. I hope that they do that for the sake of us being able to reopen the Parkway on Monday night. But again, I'm not declaring Monday night because, as I said, other variables.
Between now and this opening, what's the biggest challenge still left with getting everything done?
Biggest challenge, Jason?
I think it's just a lot of people working on top of each other right now. Yeah, it's a flurry of activity, and it's just making it all happen at the same time. I mean, for one, like, they have to get the material out onto the bridge for the bridge deck. They can't get that out there till they have the approaches placed. So, like, little things like that affect it.
Anything else? Okay, folks, again, special thanks to you all for covering and making sure the people of the region knew what was happening here. I think that the totality of what's occurred here has been a wonderful achievement, and a lot of actors and actresses in this play, and everybody played their part really well. So thank you all.